YouTubers, it's me, Zelen, and today we're going to do a bit of a craft. I just wanted to show you guys how to make my little triptych, which is this little guy. You've seen it in a couple of videos. I've been given a request to make another one and show you how to do it, so come along. So first off, you're going to need some of these. Now, I don't know if you can see. Okay. What they are is they're just little bits of balsa style wood, and I get them from canvases. So see here, here's a canvas. See those little pieces of wood in the package there? What they're originally designed for is for I'm going to actually open this and show you. So yeah, a lot of the bigger ones will have them with it. But what they're designed for is to actually stretch out, there we go, the canvas width here. So you'll actually take these little suckers out, and you're supposed to put them in here. Now, I find that they tend to fall out, and so I never really use them, but they're just little bits of wood that you can use, right? So that's where I get them from, is next time you go buy a canvas, just check to see if they've got them on the back. You know, it won't cost you any more than your regular canvas will. So, for this project, we're going to need 8 of them. So, 1 canvas is worth. And we're going to just match them all up, first off, by size. Making sure that you've got kind of like sizes. Sometimes they're a little thicker, sometimes they're a little taller. And we're going to even that part out in the sanding later on. But first, you kind of, this is sort of the idea of what we're going for. Is this sort of a shape. Okay. Once you've made sure that they don't match too horribly, I'm just going to see if I can just Alright, so now that you've got everything all set up, whoa! I just want to make sure you don't fall over. See how rough it is here? The little bits of wood are very, very rough. And so your first step is going to be sanding them. Now, I use this. What this is it's a sanding blotter for pencils. You tend to get them in like pencil kits and stuff like that. This is a slightly more higher end one. This is part of my drafting supplies. But this is an older piece, which is what I'll be using. When it's all full of graphite, it still has bite to it, but you can't use it for the pencils anymore. And this is what I use. And it's just it's probably like 100 grit sandpaper. You want to use a fairly light sandpaper because you're just taking off all these little hairy bits like that. So we're just going to sand this off just like that. So see how much nicer that is? And then get down the sides. Right? And there's a lot of actually really fun little projects that you can do with these. So there you go. I've made also traveling icons, which is where you take one of these, the little pieces, and you cut it off so that it's square. So it would be the equivalent of cutting it off. Sorry, I'm trying to juggle around. So it would be equivalent of cutting it off like there. And then you would paint it and such. And I've used those for travel and all that. I actually used to have a full set of, one was Egyptian Pantheon, and I had another one that was a Greek Pantheon one that I had given away. So these little bits of wood can have a lot of uses. Anyway, I'm going to stop you guys and finish sanding them, and I will get back to you once I'm done. Thank you. Hey guys, so I just finished all the sanding, and everything's all ready to be kind of put together. Our next step, where did my, oh no! Alright, hold still here. The next thing is we're going to, if you have a look on this one, you see how they're bound here? This part here is actually ribbon in here. So we're going to put a ribbon in to hold everything together. We're just going to, up here I've got some black ribbon. We'll use that. Alright, got Actually, I think I'm going to use the gold because it's a little thicker. So, I'm just going to... But anyway, what we're going to do is I'm just going to set you over here so you can see. Hope you guys can see everything alright. The next thing you're going to need, supply-wise, is some plain old glue. This is just white glue. You could use Elmer's or whatever the heck you like. I just have this stuff because it was $5 for a liter of it at Opus. And, you know, at the time I needed a liter of glue. So, next thing you're going to want is a paintbrush. Okay? And you're going to take... So you got your paintbrush, you got your glue, and you've got your ribbon. So I'm just going to cut off this fancied up end here. And what we're going to do... I'm trying to remember how I did this. Okay, perfect. So, we got to find two of them that match up pretty much similarly in size. And you want the nicer of the two sides facing out. So, have a good look, have a feel, which side you like better. Have those sides facing out, like this. Then what we're going to do is we're going to paint it with the glue. All down the front and down the seam, which is right here, of the one. Okay? So kind of just glue the two together, just like that. And then we're going to paint all over it, just like this. Okay? So there we go. Okay? Sorry, I just gotta hold it. And try not to get glue all over your work surface. Ugh, like I just did. Gross. Okay. Let's try that again. Stick them together. Paint them up with glue. Always use a simple crafting glue. White glue works the best. If you can get your hands on wood glue, which is the yellow stuff, that works really well too. Another option that you can actually do is you can make a simple paste out of chestnuts or rabbit skin is another option. But for the vegans out there, you don't really want that. So you're going to want to cut a length of ribbon. Just you want it a bit longer than you're going to need it, because we're just going to take this and we're going to put it right on top, right in the middle of these two pieces. We're going to put more glue. In these kind of a crafts, there is no such thing as too much glue. These little bits of wood absorb a lot of moisture. So when it comes to time for you to paint, they're going to absorb up a lot of paint. And they absorb up a lot of glue. But it makes them very strong. The next thing you're going to do is you're going to pick up another two and find the sides that are the nicest of those two. And again, dab of glue down the seam.